That's what I'm doing right now. Packing it all up right now. Today's our recording day at church, so I have to get here a little bit earlier. We record the sermon and then we record the service, and then I'm headed to the office now. I'm gonna put all of the files on my computer. I'm gonna wait for the audio files, which our senior pastor kind of converts to MP3 for me. And once he gets it over here, I'm gonna get everything on the computer. I'm gonna show you guys what I do with all this stuff. And we're starting to meet back in person on Sunday, but it's gonna look a lot different. So we're still gonna upload our online service on Sundays as well. Actually just had to run to McDonald's because the line gets super long, actually everywhere in town, so I had to beat the lunch rush. Because I'm gonna be here a lot longer today, I don't wanna take a late lunch and then have to sit in a long line. I actually have more recording to do later on around 4 o'clock to record some solos, and those are gonna have to be edited too. So I'm gonna eat my lunch and then I'm gonna show you guys kind of what it takes to edit our church service every single Sunday. And if you're ever interested in how I edit my videos or shoot my videos, the equipment that I use, the software that I use, stuff like that, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I wouldn't mind making a video on that either, because it's stuff that I really enjoy doing, I'm passionate about doing, so I would love to share that with you guys as well. Man, nothing hits like McDonald's Coke, am I right? Okay, so real quick, I have to edit the sermon and I have to edit the service separate, and I'll end up dropping the sermon in, but I'm gonna start with the sermon, and we actually do 2 camera angles. So we have my camera and then we have his camera, and then I'll actually zoom in on some different transitions so that it actually kind of looks like 4 camera angles. And then we have the audio that we record through Audacity on a PC that comes out of our soundboard in the sanctuary. And then we also have a recording of the slides as well. And I edit everything personally in Premiere Pro, but everything for the church I use in iMovie because I can just do it a little bit faster, since it's usually about a 56-minute to 60-minute video that I'm editing here. iMovie will only let you do 2 layers of video, so you have my camera and his camera. I'm actually going to edit the entire sermon with the audio first, transitioning back and forth between the 2 cameras, zoomed in and zoomed out, and then I'm going to render that video, and then I'm going to pull it back into iMovie, and I'm going to edit that with the sermon slides on top, transitioning in and out when it's appropriate and cutting out all of the dead time. So I'm going to do this part right now. This usually takes me roughly an hour to an hour and a half, depending. I know there's a couple of video clips in here that are going to be a little bit finicky with how I have to chop them out and put them in the sermon. One thing I forgot to mention is I actually have a script that actually tells me where the slides are supposed to go. So I really just have to chop them up, move them around to the appropriate place, make sure they fade in and out nicely. There's a couple of video clips in this week's that's going to be a little bit complicated because I'm going to have to like chop out that part of the sermon and make it fit in nicely, but shouldn't be a big deal. I'm about halfway through. Let me knock out the sermon and I'll get back with you. I got the sermon all together and now I'm gonna start working on the actual service. Same thing, we do 2 cameras, one facing the back screen and one facing the stage, and then we also record the audio. We also do this in 2 separate takes because our cameras will record for 30 minutes and then cut off. So we stop about halfway through just before the sermon. It also gives me a clean break where to insert the sermon. But basically I'm going to follow this and put all the elements in and make sure that everything transitions in and out appropriately. This will take me probably about an hour, so I'll be right back. Usually I like to edit the sermon on Wednesdays, and then Thursdays I'll come in and work on the service all together. That way I'm not like pressed for time to get everything done. I've got the whole project over there. It's finally rendering. All I'll need to do is upload it when I get home and create a thumbnail. That process doesn't take too long, but the reason I was pressed to do everything today, and we still have some solos that we're recording later at 4, so I have, you know, a little while to kill, but we're reopening, like I said, on Sunday, and so tomorrow we're actually going to be over in the fellowship hall just like laying down tape, like letting people know where to stand, putting up sanitizing stations, like all that stuff. So I really needed to get all of this done today by 4 o'clock. Thankfully we did it. It's not the cleanest edits, but that's one reason I still use iMovie for all my church edits, is because I know where everything is. It doesn't take me a lot of thought to go in and add transitions and things like that. As for my personal channel and vlogs and everything, or if potentially in the future I have clients that want me to edit things for them, I actually do use Premiere for that. There's a few more professional tools that you can use in Premiere that we just don't need for our church uploads right now, especially since I'm also, you know, the youth pastor before I'm the camera guy and editing guy. Oh my gosh, finally! So, do you guys ever, do you ever have like a day where things should just go smoothly and then they don't? At about 2 o'clock is when I was saying, oh, I'm just gonna crash on the couch and maybe take a nap, watch some YouTube videos. I had a few emails I needed to send. Well, now it's 2 minutes to 4. I have to go to the auditorium and record the solos that I was talking about earlier. And this entire 2 hours, I have been fighting with iMovie. I think my project failed to export somewhere around, and you know, just trying to not exaggerate too bad, but maybe around 97 times. Turns out I had one single corrupted frame that was causing the entire project to fail. So I spent 2 hours researching and watching video after video and then scrubbing frame by frame until I found the one that was corrupted. I did away with it and everything worked perfectly. So maybe what I'm trying to say is all of these issues that we're having might just be coming from one small problem. Anyway, I gotta go. Alright, so here we are, a few minutes after 5, and we are actually rendering for like the 90th time. Turns out one of the microphones wasn't on when we were recording a song with the organ, so we went and re-recorded the audio. I chopped it out and then dropped the audio in appropriately, lined it up with the slides for the words, and everything is okay. But after wrestling with iMovie all day today, trying to get it to do what I needed to do, all the videoing, all the editing for the church, you see why sometimes I can feel really unmotivated and uncreative when it comes to my own channel, because I get burned out by doing all of this every single week. But here we go, we're almost done. We got like 2 minutes left. I'm gonna close everything up. I'm gonna go home, and then it's time to edit for you guys. Oh, forgot to mention that, it's payday. Hey, Amber also left me a note on my car. It says, "Love you, see you at home." That's some cute stuff right there. I don't care who you are. Finally made it home. Traffic was absolutely terrible for some reason, but today we had so many issues with the editing software iMovie. I've had a couple issues with Premiere Pro as well. Nothing is perfect, but it took about 2 hours away from time that I could have used to do other things, but we persevered and we worked at it and we worked at it and we finally figured out the problem, and then we were able to find it, take it out, and move forward. So I think like today was a really good lesson that if you're passionate about something, keep trying. You know, I love editing. I've tried every single week and now every single vlog to get better and better, not only at talking to you guys, but at making cleaner cuts and edits, whether it's for the church or for my personal use. So hey, if you're having issues with your hobby or your dream or whatever it is that you're working at, hey, keep working at it. It will eventually come to you. You'll eventually break through to the next level. And don't be afraid to ask the internet for help. That's it for today's vlog, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I just hit the lamp.